We're on the verge of something that sounds like it's pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's not. It's happening right now. We're talking about brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs for short. And believe me, this tech is set to completely change, well, pretty much everything about how we interact with the world.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. What if you could send an email, fly a drone, maybe move your character in a video game just by thinking about it? No hands, no controller. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, it's not a fantasy anymore. That's the core promise of BCI.
So, what exactly is a BCI? Well, at its heart, it's a bridge. It's a technology that creates a direct communication line between the electrical signals in your brain, your thoughts, your intentions, and some kind of external device. It completely bypasses the usual route of nerves and muscles. It's thought to action directly.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? It's pretty amazing, and it boils down to 3 main steps. First, you've got sensors. These can be on your scalp or sometimes even implanted, and they pick up on the super faint electrical signals your brain is always producing. Step 2, and this is really where the magic happens, you have powerful AI algorithms that decode all those signals. They're basically figuring out, okay, what is this person trying to do? And finally, step 3, that intention gets turned into a command, and bam, an external device, like a robotic arm or even your computer cursor, carries it out. So the concept is straightforward, but the impact? Absolutely revolutionary.
Now, you might think this is all about convenience, right? But the most profound impact of BCI right now, it's in restoration. It's about giving people back things that were taken from them.
Think about it. For millions of people, things like paralysis or losing a limb, that means losing independence, losing mobility. The connection between their mind and their muscles is just broken. And that leaves this huge, huge challenge. How do you get that control back? Well, this is exactly the problem that BCI is tackling head-on.
And this is where you really see what a game changer this is. I mean, traditional prosthetics can be kind of clunky, right? They often rely on other muscle movements, so they don't quite feel like a part of you. But BCI-powered prosthetics? Oh, that's a whole different story. They're controlled directly by your thoughts. This means the movements are way more natural, way more fluid. And get this, some of the advanced ones can even send sensory feedback back to the brain. Imagine being able to actually feel the texture of a glass or the warmth of a coffee cup through your prosthetic. Incredible.
But restoring the body isn't just about movement. It goes deeper. It's about one of our most fundamental human needs, the need to connect, to communicate. For people with conditions like ALS or locked-in syndrome who are unable to speak or move, BCI is, and I mean this literally, a lifeline. It gives their thoughts a way out. It creates a pathway for them to escape the confines of their own bodies. We're talking about people typing messages, over 90 characters a minute, just by thinking about the letters, or being able to speak again through a synthesizer. It's how they reconnect with their families, with the world. It's not just communication, it's a restoration of their very self. Okay, so the medical applications are just staggering, right? But the tech is moving so fast, it's already breaking out of the clinic. BCIs are getting ready to change how all of us interact with our digital lives. And this chart really shows you just how wide this is spreading. Yeah, healthcare is still the biggest piece of the pie, at 40%. But look at the other stuff. Gaming and VR, that's a quarter of the field. Then you've got communication, education, even cognitive enhancement. That's using BCI to help us learn or focus better. This is definitely not some niche tech anymore. Let's break that down. In gaming, imagine just thinking and your character does it. No controller lag, nothing. For virtual reality, we're talking about a level of immersion that's kind of hard to even wrap your head around. The virtual world would respond directly to how you're thinking and feeling. In education, a BCI could create learning programs that adapt to you in real time. The system could detect that you're getting confused with a math problem and simplify it on the spot. Or if it senses you're bored, it could throw a new challenge your way. Super personalized learning. And here's a really cool glimpse of where this is all headed. Think about professional training. A surgeon could practice a super complex operation in a hyper-realistic VR simulation. The BCI could actually monitor their focus, their stress levels, and give them feedback to help them master the procedure, all in a totally safe environment long before they ever step into a real operating room. That's powerful. But with all this incredible power, there's also incredible responsibility, right? When we start connecting our brains directly to machines, it forces us to face some of the biggest, most complicated ethical questions of our time.
And these are some really urgent questions we have to answer, like who owns your brain data?
I mean, that's about as personal as data gets. Will this tech create a new kind of social divide? You know, the enhanced versus the unenhanced. And security. Oh man, security. How do we protect our actual thoughts from being hacked or misused? These aren't problems for some distant future. We need to be talking about this right now.
And all of this leaves us with one final and maybe the most important question. This technology is moving way faster than our laws or social rules can keep up. So who gets to write the rules? As we're standing right here on this new frontier, it can't just be the scientists or the tech companies calling the shots. It's really on all of us to help figure out the rule book for what might just be the next human revolution.